Salutations! It's great to have you back here at CoinSuri's channel. I don't know about the rest of you, but I can sense that the XRP season has here. Look, guys, it's coming our way. Everything is coming into place, with the exception of financial guidance. Greetings, everyone! I pray that today is treating you all wonderfully. XRP is now trading at around $0.62. When seen in the right light, Bitcoin is doing wonderful things, and this is why it is climbing again. Although Bitcoin has over $70,000 for the first time in its history, XRP is still following suit at a snail's pace. Nonetheless, I am not going to bother trying to keep up with it. Attention, everyone, e-liquid occurred secondarily following its release. It seems like they're trying to stabilize the price of Bitcoin for a little before driving it higher, but I have no idea what's going on with the minute manipulation. But something strange is occurring. Indeed, Coinbase had yet another crash. Allegedly, Coinbase continues to go under every time there is a major increase in the price of Bitcoin, which is the third time this has happened. Then it follows that Bitcoin stocks do not provide safety features, do they? According to Coinbase, this is the cause of the subsequent Bitcoin dumps, which explains the wicks. Because, well, Coinbase crashes all the time. Weird, isn't it? If they want retail customers or anybody else holding Bitcoin on the exchange to sell it due to a supply shock, then that may be one of their reasons for doing that. Clearly some sort of saltless objective. Guys, all of it will be covered in the upcoming films. Guys! But March 22nd the world will shift irrevocably as a result of the continuous improvement of the XRP ledger. Why? Examine this. Would you? Feeling prepared? This is how the stars are aligning. Dudes, when exactly does that happen? In a couple of weeks. Is that accurate? That is the very thing that XRP is designed to do, or at least should do, because nobody here is part of the ideal, spotless XRP community. No! From where I am in bed, this appears to be quite intriguing. Wow! That was quick. The automatic XRP ledger market maker went live after receiving over 80% of the vote. The AMM men will officially go online on March 22nd. Please give today's video a thumbs up when you watch it. I can see the finish line ahead of me. Would you be able to correct me, please? You all are aware that the hare and the tortoise will emerge victorious. A majority of more than 80% feel this way. Here we are at 82. So what do you all think? 82% of the way there is expected to be completed by March 22nd, 2024. How likely is it that something will occur? It's hard for me to say. Is that accurate? Therefore, that date has a few ties to us. The real reason is that this is the way things actually are. And March 22nd happens to be World Water Day. Have we stepped into a virtual reality? Wade 1 Bearable Guy 123's made their first post on March 22nd. Just a moment. Since I intend to cease producing video content, what is the point of this? Since the regulars were already in the know, Valentine's Day seemed like a good choice. Nevertheless, they pushed it back to March 22nd to accommodate the release of the book. Based on what I've seen on 322 so far, I believe this is the window of opportunity that XOP is trying to draw attention to as April approaches. Disney has 2 films set for release on March 22nd, 2 Ghostbusters films, Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire and the original trilogy. Yes, there are a lot of mentions of water. Upon obtaining Peter 58, we rented a fire. Oh my. Okay, guys, I'm not quite sure who you are. See, that's the point. You guys, they never miss a deadline. No matter what. Is that accurate? This is today's video. I hope you like it. This very second. You could be asking why it's important now that everything is portable. Liquidity is paramount, isn't it? I refuse to let this video play during the entire show. Listen up, dudes. Liquidity is king, because liquidity is essential for everything to work. Is that accurate? It makes possible the internet with added value. Just so you know, gentlemen, passive income can also be enabled. Is that accurate? Now you may invest your XRP and earn passive money for other people, which is something I'm not doing at all, given the high degree of interest in history within the XRP community over the number 3-2, which is March 22nd, and the possibility of both short-term and long-term loss. It is highly probable that they will be able to accomplish this, at least for the time being. Still, I won't do a good job. Why? The fundamental building blocks of a number are skulls and bones. Is that accurate? On top of that, on March 22nd and 23rd, check out that 2322 is the result when you look at that straight from Mr. Pool in 322332331172111. The wonderful task is done. Guys, he goes by the name Skullbones. Well, 3-2 became 2-3 in Mr. Poulos' case. Certainly. Isn't it intriguing that the SEC brief for remedies in the Ruble case is set to be released on March 22nd? On the other hand, are we going to use this as evidence that manipulation happens when everything is manipulated? Manipulation can have both beneficial and negative impacts. For instance, they restrained further price movement on a specific date when Bitcoin achieved a record high by bringing forth the SEC case. All these good things happening at the same time shows that the same manipulation tactics may also be used positively when things reach their worst. Springtime also happens at inconvenient times. In response to his question, the 70 that separates will go live on the 20th, the Fed on the 21st, and the AMM on the 22nd. Something is happening to people, but it's happening slowly until it doesn't. Any way you slice it, we're heading in the direction of a more digital society. All of you are absolutely correct. In the near future, faster settlement and faster payments will be accessible at all times, day or night. It should be noted that Big Short has a total of 322 postings. Just a moment, what if we examined it in person? He wasn't lying. You know, in the space between 3 and 2 stations. Finding out that his last tweet was on February 25th is shocking. He remained irate even after all that. Why? There need to be one extra item this year. 322 guys. You can't help but stare at that man because he actually has this image pinned. The number 322, it has to be that exact date, folks. Otherwise, I'm out. When we bring up those Twitter accounts and talk about Big Short positions or other worrying occurrences, what will happen? Is that accurate? His tweet gets the word out about our show before anyone else. We'll wait a moment. For the last 2 of these, who has remained silent for 11 days straight, setting records? Is that accurate? Big Short describes it. I'd be surprised if the sky hasn't been clear at least once during the pool's operation. After the cyber attacks ended, Bank of America issued a dire warning about small banks failing because the pool is almost equal today. Stay calm. Yeah, you heard it right, silent or quiet. Why? Wow, not even a Big Short? Attested to 311, something like a black swan might be on the horizon. And not merely because everyone knows about it now. Is that correct? Banks are collapsing. In this way, we may rest assured that no asset will die and the market will not crash. However, a black swan catches everyone unawares. A black swan may even be on its way in a few months. This is the best time. Guys, why? Taking into account the fact that this is known by everybody. It's really all over the place. Gospel. Level 8. Have a look at these 3. To be clear, the dragon's year is 311 and the 8th orb horse. You know what it's like, man? It's like the self-consuming serpent, and not the circuit? Such a never-ending grind. On top of that, there are probably 8 men present, on the same level. Is it correct? Same as a cyclic loop. Which one, though? Might Mr. Pool have the ability to? Was this year's class the one he was talking about? Great Shorts have the right. Intriguing ideas. Is the 311/day being used as a warning that the bank term funding program is coming to an end? Or are they being really strict with the dates? Concerns are rising as the bank's term funding scheme nears its conclusion. Stay alert! Stay alert! Stay alert! Take note if you want more people to know about the current funny health option. You should watch this video and then share it. March 5th. The International Monetary Fund has warned that the continued exposure of NAC cylinders to risk would cause a new financial crisis. Jerome Powell, chair of the Federal Reserve, warns against cutting interest rates too soon on March 6th. The Federal Reserve has issued a fresh warning about the NAC's dollar's possible collapse on March 6th. What follows is another. This time on March 6th, the $34 trillion national debt is a real threat, as everyone can see from the Times Square billboard. Please, I am not obligated to investigate it. Respected individuals, that was actually on there. I really ought to look into that. Exact location on the billboard in Times Square. Wow, that's really ridiculous. Predictions about the end of the world for the next generation of Americans have been made public. Whatever the United States does will impact the rest of the world in some way. Therefore, I wish you the best of luck. They likely want Rome to go back to that, but the FTSE doesn't release its report until March 7th. The warnings of approaching financial troubles by banks made cue for a difficult quarter. March 11th. Banks provide funding for the program. and Marcin is a participant in the 20th FOMC meeting. That's a lot, and I think it's on the 12th or 13th of this month. It's true that the CPI statistics will be revealed. It will provide a good indication of what's to come. Here is the report that the inflation men need. That is something I'm excited about. I would prefer it if inflation keeps climbing at this pace. What I mean is that the markets go through a period of falling inflation in March and April, followed by a period of rising prices and depression. The quantitative tightening program is about to begin, and that's the reverse repo drying up. It's repo for the night. Is that accurate? This location is thus quite active. This is the end of the video. Consider subscribing and giving my channel a thumbs up. Until we meet again, farewell.